Hi, Carl. What was the discussion like last year when you went to Alabama with either Nick Saban or the coordinator about what role you've served? I know you obviously were versatile with tight end and fullback. Had they said you'd be more valuable doing multiple things for them?
Um, they told me exactly what I was going to do. I had plans on, being their extra blocker, being the extra fullback. And I took that chance because I knew that that would better my opportunity and that would bring growth to my versatility.
And can I ask you also real quick, just because obviously you've been around Jalen Waddle for a year, what's the most incredible thing you saw from him last year before he got hurt in practice or in a game that made you think, my goodness, this guy is special?
Obvious answer is his speed. I remember one of like the first practices we had at Bama, and I had to be his lead blocker, and he just zoomed past me, and I was like trying so hard to just like stay in front of him, and he just coasted right by me.
Thank you.
Sir.
Travis?
Hey, Carl, welcome to Miami, man. Good to have you here. You mentioned they're going to Alabama and kind of being that versatile position change to increase your opportunity to get to this level. Now here you are. And, I'm wondering, watching some of your tape, man, there's some really fun takedowns where you really insert your will on guys. Is that kind of something that you have always had? Did it kind of come along later as you kind of try to increase this opportunity? Can you just talk about your mindset when it comes to playing the position?
It absolutely grew on me. Starting off at Chapel Hill, I came in as a receiver. I played receiver in high school, and I came in playing tight end. At that point, I've never played tight end in my life. So I was coached by one of the hardest coaches probably at the time was Coach Seth Luttrell. He was a fullback at Oklahoma, and he was a hard-nosed, heavy hitting guy. So he would definitely get on your ass if you weren't, doing what you're supposed to do. If you weren't physical enough, he'd definitely call you out in front of everybody. And I remember just the day that changed, it was when he just got on me the whole meeting. So I just told myself I'd never be soft ever again.
Armando?
So what you do is typically done in pads at full speed, and that's when you can kind of show what you really are able to accomplish with the physicality. Talk about having to kind of hold back in a practice, and especially in a mini camp practice where you can't really go all out. You can't be physical as you normally are, and don't really want to jack up any teammates.
Well, I think that's the best part, because people, a lot of the times they just see that I block very well, and they see that, they believe that that's all I can do. But I personally believe that, one of my strong suits as well is that I have good speed for my size. I have great hands. I feel like I run, solid routes. So it's definitely a perfect opportunity for me to, of course, be smart and, take care of teammates and everything, but also at the same time, get better at, just the other things that don't include heavy physicality, like with route running and stuff like that.
Hal?
Hi, as you were talking about making that transition and learning the tight end position, I couldn't help but think about Jabri Blunt, a teammate of yours now, who's coming over and trying to learn tight end after being a basketball player. What do you suppose that must be like for him, coming from basketball to tight end?
I can only imagine it's a crazy transition, playing basketball and then making the switch and it being, in the league. But I know he has a great head on his shoulders. He has a great mentality, and I know he's ready to attack it.
All right, we got time for two more. We'll go to Travis and then Josh.
Hey, Carl, this might be too early in the process for you to get to this point yet, but last year, Coach Godsey referred to the tight ends room as the muscle club. I'm just wondering, how do you fit into a room called the muscle club?
I think I fit in pretty well. I wouldn't say heavy set, but I'm a pretty buff guy. So that's pretty funny. I like that a lot. I think I fit pretty well into that.
Last one, Josh.
Hey, Carl, man, appreciate your thoughtfulness and your responses and interactions with us.
Sure.
My question is, not necessarily a benefit, but does it help, I guess, having Jalen here, former teammate that, you don't have to go through this rookie camp necessarily like by yourself, but, you got a familiar guy that, you need to double check or, just have a conversation with that you're with Jalen because, you obviously spent this past year with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe not like a huge kind of thing because I've only got to know him for a year. But it definitely helps knowing that, somebody that I went through the trenches with is here with me. So it's definitely contributed to getting a little more comfortable than I would be if I was kind of, I wouldn't say by myself, but, like getting to know everybody and not, having at least one person you already know.